good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Man, it is a sunny Saturday day, and I am taking apart the box real quick. Look. Screw and the bottom screw. Taking the box apart because look at that. Look how airtight that thing was. That's probably low. What is that? Oh man, look. It actually drilled through a paint can. That's crazy. Ah. Which one is it? It's that one. Dang, that was wild. I can't believe I did that. That's all like the gas and everything coming out of that thing. I think it didn't spill any on the camera. Alright, let me wash my hands real quick before we get started because I don't want to mess nothing up. Look at that thing, it is still going. Alright, so I actually just launched that paint can in the field and I'm just going to let it drain out and then I'll pick it up and then I'll dispose of it. But I didn't want that thing spraying everywhere and getting overspray on the cars or all that stuff. But so it dropped overspray inside our box, but it's alright. Okay, so I am actually going to get the box and put it upside here. Hold on. Let me set the camera. How you guys doing today, man? Drop a comment, man. How was y'all Friday night? It's Saturday. So, Alright. So what we got going on for today is basically we are building braces for both of the enclosures. I might as well just put the other one on here as well too. I'm like, this right here is the good stuff right here. I'm gonna actually use this on my boy Cleo's console, but that will be for another video. But stay tuned on what's that for. So, okay, so this is the box right here. And so basically what I'm actually gonna do, let me see if I can get good so you guys can see. Okay, so basically what I am gonna do today is when we brace it up and build the port and cut everything out. So I am gonna basically put a brace like right here, going all the way down. Obviously I'm gonna do like a eye. Same thing right here, a column. And then on here as well too, I am gonna do one on the back of it. But this back one, I am actually gonna do it like almost like a half a moon. Because remember, we have the port going right here. There's a slot port going on, and we don't want the brace to interfere with the slot port while we build it. So I really want to go ahead and make sure I build it right, so I don't have to, you know, keep messing it up. But I'm actually going to put the box back together right now, and I'm going to measure to see how much clearance I got, so I know how deep I can go with my port. So let me get the thing going on real quick. Okay, so I'm actually going to put the box together right now. And I am going to mount one of the subs in here because I need to see how much clearance we got for the port. So basically this is going to have an opening, like a window, to where I can mount these subs in here. And so obviously we have our sub right here. When we go to actually mount the subs inside the box, mounting the subs is actually going to sandwich the box together as well, so it'll combine them together, like join them. So these are actually 1 1/4" screws, but we're going to use let me see how 1 1/8" or 1 5/8", so it'll pass through it. Like right now the screw didn't pass through it, you see, but I actually wanted to pass a little bit more through it because I wanted to go ahead and really get that joint together. But what I'm going to do is once I start putting it together, I'm going to get my screwdriver, my right angle. I don't even know where it's at, but anyways, so I can get inside here and put some screws coming in from the back end of it inside, so it like sandwiches it pretty good. You see how this one went through? That's what I want these screws to do, but I didn't go too far in with that one because it's just a matter of just getting the sub to go in there. So it really doesn't matter. So right now I'm going to measure out to see how much depth I actually got from the top of the box to where the magnet is. Hopefully we can clear it. If we can at least get 8 inches out of her, that'd be awesome. So we can just do probably like 2 or 4 inches off the top just to give it a little look. But if we can do the full 10 inches, that'd be really cool. So let's try it over here. Oh, look at that. We actually got 11 1/4 before it actually touches the magnet. So actually, I think we can actually get away with a 10.5 inch port, which that would be real good. Because then if I do a 1/2 inch trim panel on top, just to give it a little bit more look, and put a nice like router lip on it, it'll look really good once I carpet it. So man, we are in business. Like, I couldn't be no happier with that. So so basically, like, the port's gonna come inside here, and it's gonna stop like right here, like at 11 inches, and that's gonna be really good for us. And honestly, if this, you know, if you'd be looking at it from dang, the tire fell off. From like the back end, and if we do some plexiglass, you looking at the box like that, it'll look really good. So, but we're gonna do the window right here so we can get the subs in, and the subs are gonna help it sandwich the box together. But I'm gonna like try to run at least like 1, 2, 3, 4 screws along the bottom, and obviously some other screws right there to sandwich the box so it really gets it good together. But you know, we're gonna put the braces in it, and man, that thing is gonna look fabulous, man. Very fabulous. Look at that. That looks pretty good. Very awesome stuff. All right, so let me do some measuring real quick, and I'm gonna cut, and then we'll put the braces together. So basically, what your height and width has to times and equal up 150, and we actually got our port to be 40 inches wide and 3 1/4 inch height, with a 10 inch long port, and that equals up 149.9 or like 150. So that's perfect for what we got going on. If I'd actually like just bring it down a hair, it would actually make it a little bit more deeper because it'd be more compressed. But with it being kind of like wide, it makes the base more wider, and that thing is still gonna slam, you know what I'm saying? And we want the base to be all over the place and not just like in the middle. We want that thing to be like big wide band. So let me figure out a couple things real quick, take some measurements, and we'll get on. So I got the other sub in there, and I pretty much cut out all my stands. They're just kind of like scattered because I've been doing like measurements and stuff like that. Okay, so basically I'm making the brace that goes from here to here. So let me show you what I got going on. Alright, well anyways, I'll just use this. So basically I'm gonna have a bottom that's 1.75 wide, and it is actually like 5 and something from here to here, because since there's going to be the front piece of wood that's going to go on the outside of it, I actually made the brace. We're going to put a piece of wood right here, but it's going to be the width of this, so it's going to come up. So once we put the front part of the box, we can brace it right there and right there, so it like really holds it solid. You see what I'm saying? Because it's going to go from up and down, and from there, from the front of the box to the very front of the box. So it's going to brace up that, and it's going to, you know, really drop it. And what I'm actually doing right now is the center brace is going to go like a half a moon almost. So it's just not one big square piece, rectangle piece. It's like, you know, gives it a nice little shape. So what I'm actually doing right now is, and I just use like regular stuff that I have here at the house to go ahead and make it work. I don't have like none of those like templates. Look at the shirt. You guys like it? Okay. So this is a lid to like a popcorn thing or something, but it's like a nice like circle. This piece is actually like 2 3/8. So basically I cut that width so I can make a straight line on the center brace, the longer piece, and so I can just basically just make a straight line. So it'll just be easier for me to make the line. It just lines up, and then wherever the wood ends, that's your line right there. And so basically that line, what it's for is I take the plastic piece right here that's rounded, and for it to give me like my cutout what I'm gonna do right here, I just put it from point to point and then just trace it, and then that's where I'm gonna cut it out, and it should look good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and it looks good. And then over here too, from point to point on the inside, right there. And so basically that gives it our shape of that we're gonna actually cut out. You see it's gonna go like that, oof, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that piece out, and then once after we cut all 4 of them out, we're actually gonna router them, but it's only gonna have the router lip from here to here because we still need them flat so they can like join good whenever I staple them, because we're gonna staple and glue them so they last forever, and it just gives us a lot better look of the box. You see what I'm saying? We're going to put plexiglass on it, so the front ones have to look a little bit more extra, so I have to actually put more, you know, effort to make sure all the cuts are nice and clean and the router edges look good, because you will see this once you look inside the box. So let me go ahead and trace them all out real quick, and then I am going to cut them out and then router them. We got all of our pieces marked out. Well, basically the only ones I got to cut out is the center brace, but we got everything, you know, organized so we know what to do. So this is going to go to the center of the brace. This is the one that's going to go up against the wall right here, and those are the ones that I have to chop saw to get the dimension from here to there. But pretty much it's all ready to rock and roll. I'm going to go ahead and cut these guys out and then sand them down and then router them out. You know, I'll show you what I do so you guys can see a little bit better. So let me set everything up and I'm going to start cutting. Alright, so there you have it. Let me scoot the camera back a little bit. Okay. So there you have it. The piece got cut out. I'm going to go ahead and cut all the rest of them that I need. And then I will pick up the camera when I start routing them. So you see where do I actually router them from. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you definitely turn that notifications to all so you can get entered in the giveaway, and then comment done once after you do it, man, because I want to surprise somebody with something cool. So subscribe to the channel. Let me cut these out, and then I'm gonna pick up the camera when I get this router in my hand. Okay, so I got my pieces cut, and just so you guys get an idea of what I actually got going on. So I got my pieces all cut out. I'll explain the next step. But let me go ahead and get this. So as you can see, look, it's gonna have its top and its bottom. Hold on. Okay, so figure the pieces that I got cut out that are this wide, it's actually going to go like this. So it's going to be the piece that is that wide, and then this is going to go like, I guess you can say like center of it. But I mean they're all going to match up because it still needs a lip right here. So then basically like this is the top piece. So basically, you know, that's the idea of it's a brace, you know, from top to bottom and to back. And then, you know, we're able to staple it from the front and upwards and downwards and then backwards and everything, so like that it gets that bond like for real. And then once we put the router in it and everything, man, that thing's gonna look really nice. So I gotta make all 4 of them and staple all of them together. But right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on my compressor, because you see like right here, especially like right here, you see how it's kind of like risen. It's not straight. So basically what I do is I get my DA, which is this guy right here, and you know, just sand it till it's nice and flat, and then I'm going to go ahead and router it out with the round over bit, but you always got to make sure it's nice and flat because you don't want it to skip and have your router lip look funny. It's just going to give it a nice round over. It's not going to have no line or anything in it. It's just going to round it out to make the wood look a little bit pretty. You see what I'm saying? So we can sleep better at night. And so when someone just like looks at the box, you know, they automatically can tell like, dang, this box got built by somebody, you know, for real, for real. So I'm gonna power up the compressor, let the air build up, and then I'll pick up the Okay, so right now we sanded them down as you just seen, and we're gonna go ahead and router them out. I'm gonna use my round over bit, but you see it's kind of like really up to where it has like a real deep router lip. So I'm gonna show you the router lip that it makes right now when you're looking at it versus what it's gotta look like. So we gotta play with it so we can have the best round over before we start really digging into the wood. So let's do it. I'm gonna show you what it looks like this, and then after that. Okay, so you see it right there. You see how it's like really dug into it, and it gets like a nice round over, but it's actually really dug into it, and that's not what we want. We want the round over to just like round over right there at the edge. So we're gonna set it right now. Look, you see how deep it is. So let's scoot it up to where it barely nicks it. So let's see what that does real quick. Okay, so that actually gave us exactly what we're looking for. You see the big difference, like how round over it is versus like with that big dig in it. So we're gonna round the inside and outside of it. So when you look at it, it's nice and round over, but it's just gonna go like from right here to right there. So check it out real quick. Okay, so as you can see, it is round over on both sides. You see it? And that's the look that we're looking for. Man, we do it out here, man. And as you can see, we don't need all those crazy stuffs and everything what people buy in order for you to build the cool looking stuff that's gonna actually work its purpose. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we do here in the channel, man. So subscribe, leave some comments, let me know what you guys think. Look, so now it's gonna actually... I'm not even gonna go ahead and mess with it, but you guys get the idea. And now it's round over instead of being square, so it looks really cool now. So let me get all four of them done, and then we'll get back to the video. So we gotta like round over these right here, and this is well the size of it, so it looks A1, guys, A1. The pieces that I needed for the braces, all of them are all cut. So basically, it was almost 16 cuts I had to make. So this is the back of it. These are like the top and the bottoms, and this is the center brace point. And those are gonna they're gonna go right here in the front face and in the rear chamber between the side two subs. And after we get that done, we are gonna go ahead and brace these corners in, so they're really stapled in really good, and they don't give us no issue that they're really in there. I'm gonna liquid nail them and glue them, so it's like solid. You see what I'm saying? And then after that, we're gonna build the port. The port, like I said, is gonna go actually 10 inches deep. I made up my mind. We're gonna do 10 inches deep. That should be pretty good. And because I don't really want too much bulk coming out here, if anything, we're just gonna do the front lid on it, and we're gonna put a right angle on it. So when I wrap it in the carpet, it has like a pyramid type of look. So I can just wrap the carpet as one, and then we'll go forward with that. So today's video is basically just gonna brace and port the box, and then get it ready for a carpet, but the carpet will be in the next video. And pretty much, so if I can have this box pretty much put together today with the windows cut out, the braces in, and the ports in, the box is pretty much done, and then I can have it pretty much ready so tomorrow I can just carpet her up, and then she is just ready for installation. But you know, I still have to make the the platform for it and all that stuff. So I mean, we're going pretty good. I'd rather just take my time and make sure that everything's really good and done right. You know, one of the big important things of building boxes like this one is patience. You cannot run it. You know, it has to come from the builder's point of view and the customer point of view, like patience. If the truck already sits for him, you know, during the day, what's the truck, you know, here, just make sure that it's getting worked on, and so it's good, because I want it to be good on my end, because my name is behind it, and you know, he wants to be able to take his truck proud anywhere he goes and jam it and not make any funny noises or try to fall apart or it look ugly and not be loud at all. So airspace is good. The brace is going to be very important in it, and it's going to be pretty, you know, pretty loud. Once we put that port in it, the back of it will actually look pretty more crazy than what it actually does. So let's get on it real quick, man. Okay, so as you get an idea, look, you see, like, that one's just sitting in there for right now, and the other one, it's sitting in there too, but it's not all the way. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna staple the top and the bottoms, and then with the speakers in place, I can align them up pretty good, so that I know the speakers fit in and out of it. And then once I get that done, I'm actually going to move those two speakers into here, so I can go ahead and mount that one to where it's going to go, so everything is symmetrical and everything is where it needs to go, so there is no clearance problems, and the subs can go in pretty good the way that they're supposed to go. So the front face of the box is almost done. After I brace that up, actually mount it, like staple them down to the box, then I can actually go ahead and start bracing all the corners and all that stuff. But I mean, it's pretty good. I like the way that I'm going to brace it. It should hold it up like pretty decent. So the box, man, that thing can beat and it'll never fall apart on my boy and stuff like that. So I'm going to see if I can do a little quick B-roll of me working on this, and then you guys can see a little better idea of what's going on. Okay, so these are what the braces look like when they're already like put together and everything. So as you can see, we did our curve, and it goes from top to bottom and from front to back, and it's still missing the little piece that goes right here, but I am gonna actually do that here once in a little bit. But so what I actually do to make sure it's nice and center, I cut a piece that I can put here on the floor, front, top and bottom, so I can put it, lay it down and line it up, and you know, put it right here. Probably put one staple right there, move it again and put it over and scoot it over and staple it down and there, and same thing with the top. Put it like right there all the way up to the top, scoot that piece all the way over, staple on top and staple it in place, and then there gives me a nice pretty even gap from the sub, from the beam, from the support, so the sub you can maneuver in and out. So that's what it looks like right there, guys. You know, and that actually braces the box 10 times better than what it actually is right now, because it's such tall. That thing will just wobble, but it, you know, compress, that thing will be hard for it to move. And once I really put these pieces on right here to hold from the front plate, from the front face of it, that thing will be solid, guys. That thing ain't gonna go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So always brace your boxes. As you can see, you know what I'm saying, it's coming out pretty good. So I stapled the pieces on, and the braces are in there. They look good, they're solid. And so as you can see, you know, we have some overhang with the staples because they are actually rather long. So right now, you know, no big deal. You know, it's always better to have bigger ones than smaller ones. So what I'm actually going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and grind them with the grinder, with the Makita. See what I'm saying? We got the 40 grit disc on it, and we're just going to sit there and grind them. So enjoy the sparks, man. A little bit of grinding action. So the box is upside down right now, and we are going to actually measure out these pieces right here. So basically we need 2 1/4 almost, just to cover that up, because then once we put the face on it, we can staple onto it and it'll like really grab her. You see what I'm saying? So that's a must. That's definitely a must. So when you put the front piece of it, that is already good, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and chop those out of these, my scraps, and man, we can almost say that the front chamber, it is done. But I am still gonna put like pieces like right here, you see what I'm saying? One right there, and then, you know, another one on top, to brace up the corners of them. But I'm gonna actually cut all those out once I finish the port and do the brace on the other one, so I know that I have everything the right size and everything, that I know, so I could just cut everything out the one shot. So let me go ahead and cut these 2 1/4, the lips, and then we'll continue the video.
Put it up against it as good as possible, and then we do 1 staple, then 2 staples, and then we go ahead and do another staple, and then we staple it, and it's in there. We can actually just for extra. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you just make your box a little bit more short.
Real quick, run the DM. Put your lid on it. There's no gaps, no nothing bubbling out. You know, you see like a little bit. Nice and flat, very nice and flat. Spin room. Different it looks with just those braces compared to what it actually looked earlier when it was just a solid box and this and that. But once I add the other braces on it, it's gonna look a little bit more intimidating, but it actually looks pretty cool right now. Nice, everything, man. Nice. Very happy with it. Very happy, and it's solid. And obviously the weight of the box kicks up because it's more wood on there versus just the pieces that I had on it, and it will be a little bit more heavier once I go ahead and I put the extra braces in it between where it meets the joints. You see what I'm saying? And to me, the heavier the box is, the more solid that the base will be, man. You know, so big props to us, man. I told you, here at our channel, man, we build nothing but cool, loud stuff, and you know, I try to give you as much as raw footage as possible. So next we are building the port, so let's get started on that.